From cop to convict, now a free man, a judge gives a former Vancouver police officer his life back with a decision today in court.
Really a fascinating story today. Clyde Ray Spencer spent almost 20 years in prison, convicted of molesting his children. K2's Carrie Tomlinson is here, no longer a convicted sex offender. What happened here?
That is correct. Right now, as of today, he is no longer a convict and a sex offender. His friends and family held a party and champagne toast for him this morning and afternoon to celebrate his decades of struggle ending today with a nod from the judge.
All right, guys.
Hugs for family and friends from Clyde Ray Spencer.
Congratulations.
His record now clean after almost 20 years in prison. A cop behind bars for sex crimes against children.
I firmly believe that they assumed that I wouldn't survive in prison. Somebody would kill me.
Spencer's kids had made statements in the 80s when they were 5 and 8, saying he molested them.
This is my son, Matt.
Now adults, Matt and his sister took back their statements, saying it didn't happen.
I'm very proud of them. You know, they suffered right along with us. You know,
it's a big weight lifted. We can have our father back, and he can come live with his wife, and we can go fishing in California.
There were questions about the case. A detective supervisor having an affair with Spencer's wife at the time. Evidence turning up decades late, and concerns a detective may have manipulated the kids.
I remember being rewarded for saying things that they wanted me to say. So, being a mother now, I know you can probably get a 5-year-old to say just about anything if you're rewarding them with toys and candy and ice cream. So,
the courts had already let Spencer out of prison. This final hearing was for him to take back his original plea of no contest, erasing his conviction forever.
when they take everything away from you, then all you have is your own integrity and your honor. And if you allow them to take that away from you, then shame on you.
So why did Spencer plead no contest at the time, skipping trial, taking the conviction, going to prison for 2 life sentences? Well, he says today he was severely depressed back then and heavily medicated, and he felt his attorney did not line up a good defense. So he says he decided to take the conviction and then fight for an appeal from prison.
Oh, I see. You know, probably a lot of our viewers wondering, is there going to be any sort of investigation into the detectives who were on the case at this time 20 years ago?
That's a very good question. What prosecutors told us today is they do have concerns about what happened, the evidence showing up in a retired detective's garage later, the possibility of the affair. What we don't know is if they're going to take that further and find out if this really happened, and if so, what should be done.
Well, you'd think the guy just lost 20 years of his life.
Amazing.
That something would happen here. Thank you, Carrie.